here. It's time for the gold medal match here in Salt Lake City. It's Anna Marton of Hungary on your left, Cécilia Berder of France on your right. Pascal Cantan of Canada is about to get us underway. Here it is. We're going for gold in Salt Lake City.
Attack and prep for the Hungarian. I think there's going to be a lot of these hits that we're going to see. Both fencers have excellent tempo in the middle. Cantan, the referee, Pascal Cantan, gives the timing hit a lot, so I think we'll be seeing a lot of those actions. Key hit there, you know, because I was talking about Marton's attack, and when she's feeling comfortable and relaxed and her attack's working, she's very, very tough to beat. When she's a little bit more tense, she does exactly what she did there. Her last action is short, and the French fencer was waiting for that.
Well, you talked about that being something that she's developed, Marton, in her game. What you referred to as I'm reluctant to call it a weak attack, but not the best part of her game, and she's really worked on that part of the game.
It was certainly a chink in her armour, and she's definitely improved it in the last 2 years enormously. But you still, as I said earlier, you see this coming out under pressure, that sometimes she still can fall short with the attack too easily. And we've seen two already. Both of Berder's hits there have been outside the middle, with Marton missing the attack. And the early signs are that the French fencer will be trying to make Marton attack, pull her short, and then riposte, and then maybe 1 in 3, 1 in 4 times go in the middle as a surprise action, so it's not too predictable that she's going in and out. Interesting start, this.
Potential challenge from Marton. She turned to her coach, changed her mind. Similar action for me from Marton the other way round. It looks like a slightly delayed attack. It's just slowed up in the middle. Meeting of the blade from Berder.
Yeah, beat counter-attack from the French fencer. Control the distance well. You see, that time Marton was telling herself, don't miss, don't miss, don't miss. Got a little bit too close. And that's what can happen when the attack starts to break down.
Now, was the first one good for Berder there?
Yeah, it was an attack for Berder. I think it was just a sort of a clash that we heard, but it wasn't a parry, it was just a clash of the guards. Early
look at this from Berder. She's on some great form. I'm not sure I've seen her this good, apart from last year when she was the anchor for the French team at the World Championships, and she was on fire.
She was phenomenal, yeah, phenomenal. But if you think the hits she scored, 4 of her 6 hits have been in the back third of the piece, her back third of the piece. So she's clearly trying to exploit that slight weakness of Marton's attack, and Marton is feeling the pressure on that, and she's not attacking as well as she was earlier.
But it doesn't seem to me like Marton is going to her A game here and allowing Berder to push her back, and Marton rely on her defence.
I think it's quite simply that Berder's not playing the game for her. She's not playing the game.
So she's not pushing the attack right the way through. She's allowing or persuading Marton to come onto her.
Yeah, she's taken 2 attacks in the match so far. One fast one that she got given attack counter attack, and one where she was hit on preparation. The rest of the time, Berder's prepared carefully and tried to get Marton to decide first. Same again, but this time she just took a defensive action too early. She should have worked the piece first. Marton's very good in that first phase of the attack. If the fencer looks for the parry, the Hungarians have great technique and good blade positioning. And there's a mistake from Berder rushing now. So Marton's just become a little bit more patient, and Berder's just become a little bit more, I wouldn't say tense, but possibly the adrenaline's built up a little bit. She sensed there was an opportunity here. So from 6-2, Marton has gained the momentum to 6-all, and this is quite important. Can she land that attack?
Patience comes back from Berder, though, doesn't it?
It does, and that's what she needs to do in defence. Get to that back 2 meters and make Marton do something good to hit and not give anything easy away.
One thing I have to say, John, I don't say this very often about elite athletes at this level, Berder's blowing a bit. She looks a bit tired already.
Well, she's had some physical fights, you know. That match with Velikaya was a tough match. Berder wants to attack counter-attack now. It's a tight call.
Well, the referee's gone to look at the video of his own volition.
My feeling is attack right. I think Berder took the initiative. Marton didn't gain any time. She looked to gain some time. She didn't gain any.
Well, you don't often get this position, John, in the commentary box, but you can look directly at the video replay system. Your thought, having seen that?
I've looked at that about 10 times. And I
And
think
like Pascal Cantan,
well,
you can't make a
I think
goal.
the problem is I thought it was attack. I think Medhat thought it was attack. I think Pascal thought it was attack on preparation. So, you know, in that situation, I think if the two refs disagree and it's not really clear either way, he's made a sensible decision. No one's too upset with that.
No. So back under action. Berder got the better start. Marton settled down.
That was a
and
better
she's
attack.
landed a nice attack there.
Yeah, she sent that message there that I'm going to change this up. If you're going to make me attack, I'm not going to be too cautious. I'm going to try and take this title. I'm not going to let you take it off me.
Well, will Berder inject the variety she showed against Velakaya? Of course, it was a slightly different position there. She got off to a great start in her semi-final against the world number 2. Here, though, Marton's pegged her right back. She comes straight off the line, but hesitation call from Pascal Cantan.
Absolutely, yeah. Berder was committing with the feet, but not with the hand, and Marton lunged in and hit on preparation. You can see there, Berder dropped her hand all the way down right by her leg as the moment that Marton lunged. So attack on preparation. Good call from the referee. It's been a fascinating first half because Berder had the tactics absolutely perfect at the beginning. Marton was very tense going forward. And then she just switched it around. Berder started to make a few more mistakes. She got excited. And we see Durrell now giving some advice to Berder. I think he's going to tell her to again, not commit too much in the middle. Try and pull Hungarian short. But maybe she needs to mix up her rhythm more, not be too predictable.
The break came at the perfect time for Berder.
I think so. Yeah, she needed that. Marton was getting momentum. She scored 6 of the previous 7. It'd be interesting to see what Carlos does, because if you remember in the semi-final, they just had a complete change of tactic and absolutely turned that match around, and Marton took complete control of the second half.
How much is experience going to play its part here? I mean, we know Marton's been on the scene for a while, but Berder just that a little bit longer, 6 years older. Is that going to play its part here?
You know, I think they're both sufficiently experienced at this level to be looking for answers to the questions and being able to put them into practice. So it will just be interesting to see who finds the right answer. Based on the semi-finals, I think Marton's change of strategy in the middle was excellent.
So here we go. Anna Marton of Hungary, the world number 3, holds the slenderest of leads in the gold medal match here in Salt Lake City against Cécilia Berder, the world number 4. Pascal Cantan gets the fight back underway, and it's Marton off the mark first here in the second half.
Yeah, and what she's done is exactly what she did in the previous round. She started now the second half doing 2 slow steps, finishing that second step before she decides what to do. Purely fencing open eyes, watching the reaction of her opponent and then capitalising.
Well, no video call there as well from Cécilia Berder. By my reckoning, that's her second one that's not been changed. So she's got no videos left.
Little hesitation there from the Hungarian. She prepared in the right way, but then she got a little bit of doubt somewhere in the middle whether she was making the right decision. It was a counter-attack from the French fencer, but she managed to block out the attack, so single light. This fight's got a little bit stuck in the middle now. The middle 4 meters, each fencer kind of focused on how they're going to prepare.
Well, hesitation called from Marton there. Cécilia Berder does get the hit. Remember, the target score of 15 here for the second individual World Cup title of the international fencing season for women's sabre, and another visit to the video replay system for Pascal Cantan, going to liaise with his colleague Medhat Al-Bakri. Hit stands again.
I think the problem for Marton compared to the previous round is that Berder isn't quite falling into her trap where she's preparing, finishing that second step. And Berder's being a bit more active than Vecchi was in the previous round. And Marton can't quite find the rhythm.
Both fencers lobbying there, and this time it's Marton who calls for the video appeal. They both did the same thing, didn't they?
I think Marton has a case, because I think Berder's a little bit late with her hand. They're both prepared similarly. But I think Marton has a case here. May not be a strong one, but it's probably worth the video at this stage.
Well, she's called it, and to be fair, the 2 referees, floor judge Pascal Cantan and Medhat Al-Bakri, the video referee, were giving that a bit of a review. And he has changed his mind, and the hit does go to Anna Marton, and at a crucial stage, she's close to within 1.
Absolutely. Berder was just beginning to take control. Interesting for Marton there. She's deliberately drawn the attack out, testing out Berder's attack, relying on her defence.
Oh, stunning! Oh. Stunning! Great parry riposte from, great parry certainly from Anna Marton. She thought she was going to get that, but Berder's so sharp at the moment. Today, she's on absolute fire, and a counter riposte?
Absolutely brilliant, yeah. I mean, Marton thought she was going to use her defence there and test out Berder, try and outpsych her a little bit. We all know how tough Marton's defence is, and she deliberately gave priority away. Took a fantastic parry, and then Berder replied with an equally good counter parry.
Oh, I wonder if she's going to let that happen again. Oh, this time it's a stop from Berder. First a stop from Marton. Berder then had the right of way, but rescinded it, gave it back to Marton. Yeah,
she just lost a bit of control of her balance and footwork there.
Both decided to do the same thing at the same time. And was there an appeal there? I don't think there was.
I think the ref went to look of his own accord, possibly. Right, I think that's a good call.
Right, so Berder did have a video appeal left, and therefore she still has another one. And now she's within 2 of the World Cup title here in Salt Lake City. Another appeal from the French fencer.
She has a very small case there, but I don't know if it's enough. Okay, the ref's overturned again. Another great video from Berder. She's calling it well. These are really tight calls, but I think that's fair enough. You're looking at it now in slow-mo. Berder just starts to lunge first. And Marton hasn't found her rhythm in the second half as she did in the semi. She has to land this attack, and she does.
Yeah, running away in defence there. Berder ran out of space and just got to the point where she had to throw the kitchen sink at it in a counter-attack. Marton was sharp with her attack. And Marton back within 2. But Cécilia Berder of France on your right, on the brink of taking the Salt Lake City gold. Well, that goes into the guard for Berder for me.
It's a tricky call, you know. It's a tricky call on video. You also don't have sound on video. You can't hear where that contact happens. There's a little bit of a case for Berder starting first on the attack, but she also makes a small mistake with her hand. My view is I wouldn't give that.
Well, there's certainly a big clash of the guards in the middle, but Pascal Cantin, coming out having reviewed the video, has given it as a parry riposte.
Yeah, you're well read, Karim. You beat me on that one. Well read. And this is building up to a very tense finish.
Once a season, John. I like to get one right.
Even the stop clock tells the right time twice a day.
Berder on the attack. Does she pull her arm back?
Yep, she does. Single light for Marton. Unbelievable defence and timing that we've talked about. Absolutely perfect.
So this is it. It's come down to this. The gold medal in Salt Lake City, the first ever time a Fencing World Cup's been held, is coming down to one single hit. Anna Marton on your left against Cécilia Berder on your right. Oh, what's going to happen there?
For me, it's attack and prep for the left, but there's just a suggestion. Was it attack? No.
Well,
did she miss the first
all
one?
the body language suggests that Berder's got that from both fencers.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult. It looks like Anna Marton stepping in the middle to shake hands and concede this. Pascal Cantin looking at the video, but your initial thought was it was Hungarians.
Yeah, from where I was sitting, she got the timing, but looking on the video, maybe she just missed the first action with the hand. Maybe it was actually a second action, but they've looked about 8 or 10 times, and even in the slow motion, they're finding it hard to judge. It may be an abstention, you know.
And you know, that's the thing here. The tension's built up. It looks like Marton's body language is suggesting that she's given this one up, and Berder was convinced it was hers. But when the referees look at a video time and time again, often we come back with an abstention. Pascal Cantin with his decision, coming back to the field of play.
He's getting the fencers to put the mask on.
Abstention. Here we go again. 14 apiece. The next hit takes the World Cup here in Salt Lake City. I think it's now about whether Cécilia Berder can recover from what she thought was a win, and can Marton benefit from what she thought was a loss. Intriguing. This for gold. Big clash of the blades in the middle. I'm not even going to attempt to call that one.
Attack left parry, Prostouche for the right, yes.
John Salfield has called it. Cécilia Berder is the champion of Salt Lake City. She has won the World Cup 15-14 in a thriller against the Hungarian Anna Marton. A brilliant performance from the French fencer.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Berder has been fantastic today. I didn't pick her at the start of the day, but her phenomenal performance with Velakar in the second half of the semi, and then today starting the final with Marton perfectly. Marton coming back, but Berder not losing her cool and finding the strategy in the second half to contain the Hungarian, and then finally close out the match. And what a cool head at the end of 14. She thought she won it once and she had to win it twice.
And look at the camaraderie in this French team. They have been building under Durel, the coach, and every single one of the fencers competing today on that French team is up on the podium to congratulate the granny.
Absolutely, it was a great team spirit, and you know, thinking that all those fencers are competing for places in their national team to try and get to the Olympic Games. It's great to see that they put all that on one side and support one another when it really comes to these big events. Fantastic camaraderie. What a performance.